Maybe did you? Hey, what's the matter? You're trying to dirty my scalp even before you get it?
Why are you doing this?
Kingpin had his run. It's time for a queen pin. And the hits just keep on coming.
From the station that brought you First Black Woman Ever, inside Tom Cruise's House of Horrors, Al Gore's Sex Attack, and Lyndon B. Johnson ordered J. Edgar Hoover to kill JFK, comes...
The station with knockers. Excuse me, there's one now. Yes, can I help you?
Hey kids, do you want to see your female version of the Punisher take down the Kingpin with superpowers? It is so amazing. Kingpin is reduced to a quivering rubble of a wreck. Will he get better? Of course he will, because he still holds the hammer that he bludgeoned his abusive father to death with, and then he's going to become mayor of New York. Whatever are we going to do? Oh, Moneypenny! Moneypenny! Where's my script? Oh, thank you very much, my dear. And remind me to give you a pay rise much later on in the week. Script? I don't need a script. I am the script. Unlike that god-awful Irish rock band who call themselves a rock band. But I'm here to talk to you about Echo. Oh. Is anybody out there? There. Hello? I can't hear you.
That's a huge bitch.
Oh, that's better. Echo, season 1, hopefully the only season, and then we're going to get born again with Daredevil and Kingpin. Why? Because it's undergoing reshoots even as I speak. But I sat down and watched the first 5 and only episodes of this TV series.
The first 5 episodes dropped earlier this week.
The 5 episodes, not the first.
Yes, sorry. The 5 episodes.
All of them.
Uh-oh. Think somebody made a poo-poo. Johnny, it's only 5 episodes, baby. You got corrected by the effeminate man there. John Roker, or should I say Rocock, who looks like a stroke victim in this stream. And I've got to tell you something. Do what I did. Illegally download it. Don't even go for a free 7-day membership with Disney Plus, because you might forget one day and end up paying for the rest of your life. And trust me, it's not worth it. This show is not worth it. But you know who is worth it? That's right, L'Oreal, because they take care of my skin. But without further ado, folks, and we'll see if I can keep this video under 18 minutes. That's going to be a far-reaching task than even my proctologist can do with her rubber glove.
I'm coming for you, boy. I'm coming hard.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling.
In the ass end of space, even aliens watch Jason King on Jason Dumbass King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. Duke Nukem likes this guy.
Help!
Probably a lot of, weird wokesters who are working in Hollywood find him to be toxic.
There are other people out there who can do a 20-minute video on why this show is so goddamn awful. But I'm here to tell you, oh my God, Echo is levels of cringe I thought I would never experience in my life. It was literally so bad. Ugh. I don't even know where to begin. Well, actually, why don't we begin from episode 1? So, I've got to give you some context here, folks. The character version in the comic books, Ms. Maya Lopez, right here in front of you. Okay, this is what we are looking at. Absolutely gorgeous version created by Joe Quesada and David Mack. And look at her power set. She's an expert martial artist and hand-to-hand combatant, highly skilled acrobat and athlete, photographic reflexes. As for the Phoenix Force, telepathy, flight, superhuman strength, speed, and durability, cosmic fire generation. Do we get any of that with her live action disabled counterpart? No, we don't. And in fact, if you look back at a list of attributes here, I don't see anything about disability being mentioned. The only thing that this comic book creation has in common with the Marvel, Disney, non-Netflix edition is that the fact she's also Native American. Now, there is a commonality to all the introductions at the beginning of each episode where there's a ritual tribalistic ceremony taking place. It's basically Echo's ancestors who are channeling their powers from the ground below to the ground above, where miraculously they all have their clothes on, but before that they're all kind of almost butt naked, very concealed areas where certain members are concerned. That's all I'm going to say. And the reason why this serves a purpose is because it's there to remind us that the character is called Echo, even though she's not referred to as that in the series. These ancestors will echo their powers to make her stronger and better and faster, if you get my drift. You know what? A long time ago, when I worked at Planet Hollywood, I met a bunch of Native Americans who were wanting to dine in a restaurant. And they all had their usual code names. And I said to one of them, what would be your name for me? Your Native American name for me? I was getting so excited until he said, I'll call you Lightfoot. And I thought, hang on a minute. I've seen the Clint Eastwood movie called Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. What's this in reference to? You know what the answer was? Because you're light on your feet. Yeah, I just gave up after that. Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. Was I excited for him to be coming back? Nope. I think I wish he just left it at Hawkeye, because clearly that didn't work. And he doesn't have his wife anymore, Vanessa. I think she had the good sense of grace to leave him at the end of season 3 of Daredevil when it was on Netflix. And then to replace her, he gets a female deaf interpreter in, because yes, he's raised Maya Lopez to be his killer protege. But what does he do with his female interpreter after a few episodes? He gets her killed. I mean, she's just wiped off the face of the earth. I mean, you see it, but it's so ridiculous and it's so unnecessary, because yes, I know Wilson Fisk as a character is mentally unhinged. I absolutely get that. But even I find it hard to believe that a female whose services he employed to be his ASL, American Sign Language interpreter, he then decides afterwards, you may leave, and then just gets her killed. Makes no sense whatsoever. The fight scenes are questionable. The actress who plays Maya Lopez, Miss Alaqua Cox, recently gave birth to a baby boy or girl, and many congratulations to her. I think she was struggling to actually keep up with the action, and sometimes the camera would zoom in and zoom out just to give her a bit of a presence. In fact, there was one moment where it felt like I was watching Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins all over again, because you get the baddies being pulled away one by one, and I thought, is this the best that they can do? But of course, you do get your usual round of suspects who defend this series. Now, Grace Randolph, a very curious kitten this woman is, because whenever she opens her mouth, I can just imagine it's bottling a load of halitosis right there.
Oh, I mean, I would
just to wreak havoc on the poor man who has to dine and wine with this woman. In fact, Miss Randolph reminds me of a girl called Stephanie I used to date when I worked at Planet Hollywood. And I say when I used to date, I met her maybe once or twice, because she sent in a postcard to my manager saying, "Who is that blue-eyed guy on the front door? I want to meet him." She didn't know that I actually wore colored contact lenses, so I guess that freaked her out when I showed up on our date without the blue lagoons in question. And I thought what was really funny about Stephanie is that she was very pretty, very nice, blonde, blue-eyed, the whole works, until we had a kiss, and then all of a sudden I found myself in Ace Ventura territory where, yes, like our fearless pet detective, he has a mouth-to-mouth with a loofah. And me, I had to deodorize my mouth over the course of 3 days because Stephanie's breath was so foul beyond belief, which is why I make reference to Miss Grace Randolph here when I think about her mouth being filled with that absolutely horrific viral mouth disease. But this is what she said in her praise of the fight scene, the one and only fight scene between Daredevil and Miss Echo herself.
Why would they be like sweatpants? They should be like a gymnast. I think that's how it should look. But I really love the flippy flip still. I love bringing that element to the character from the comics to the MCU. I thought that was missing from the Netflix version of the character. And some of these shots are just pure
Yeah, but wasn't the whole point about the missing elements from the Daredevil version on Netflix is that it was more grounded and more badassery? And she seems to be implying here as well from the way she's talking about it. Oh, the fight scene was fantastic. But let's have a look at a fight scene from Echo. You see, folks, back in the day when Marvel, or rather should I say Netflix, were making very good interpretations of the more street level, darker superheroes in the Marvel realm of comics. You know, Charlie Cox, I should say, doing his own stunts there and then in front of the camera. That is months and preparation of training. Not like this version of Daredevil Echo, where it just takes a few weeks and oopsie doopsie, we're going to start running for the cameras. Oh, by the way, can we talk about these shills who are just defending the Echo show? You got these reprobates right here. Hector Elizondo, or should I say that's the actor, Hector Navarro, no relation to Dave in the middle. This guy is an absolute goofball. He really is, because he shills for everything Marvel. I mean, he's admitted it himself, but I've never seen this guy give a bad review about anything.
Hello, and welcome back to the break room. I'm Brandon Bear. Who cares? Joining me today, we got
You're
Hector
right,
Navarro.
I don't care.
Hello! And Coy Jandro.
Oh, stunned silence. Oh, I used to like Coy, but I mean, this guy can talk forever and ever in a heartbeat. But yes, they had their thoughts about the Echo show. Other people said the same thing as well. And honestly, I just don't see why you are defending garbage like Echo. I mean, in some ways, you know, you're bringing in this whole theme about Native American Indians and how they were mistreated. Now you're getting their prominence more in film and TV, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but people like Graham Greene, who we knew from Dances with Wolves, is now kind of doing a caricature of that particular character, even duping white folks about the homemade tribal trophies that he sells in his store. And then on the way out, they say something to him and he's like, what do those people say? And it's kind of like disrespectful, and it didn't make, why would you do that? And look, you know, we've had Flowers of the Killer Moon with Leonardo DiCaprio last year. Still haven't seen that film, but you know what? People seem to forget there was a show quite a few years ago called Banshee. Fantastic series. And their depiction of Native American Indians in this show, well, it depends if you're for it or if you're against it. Alan Ball, the man behind True Blood, and somewhere behind me, but I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Give me a second. I've got to bring this prop down. Oops, rubbing my breasts against the microphone. The man also responsible for True Blood. Glug, 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 glug. Absolutely fantastic series for the most part. Yeah, I mean, Alan Ball has definitely got his eye on the prize. He knows how to create certain depictions of characters that we've never seen before. And now, whether you like his version of Native American Indian Banshee is entirely up to you, but they're absolute savages in the show. And for the most part, they're very, very well done, especially when you see Anthony Starr as Lucas Hood fighting the most terrifying Native American baddie I've ever seen on the big screen. So I will say this much about the character of Echo herself. She's soulless, she's charmless, you can't get shits or giggles out of her. Hello, Miss Lopez, hello. I love your smile, I really do. Yeah, Shanice. I met her in 1992 when she had that big song out in the charts, and she took quite a liking to me. And not surprisingly, so did many other women at that time. But what was I saying? Yeah, Alaqua Cox as Echo, didn't really care for her. Soulless, charmless character. I'd rather hang out with Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, the best archer in the world, because A, she's really good looking, and B, I could probably teach her how to run instead of walking like a flaming duck. But that is it, folks. The Echo Show in a nutshell. Don't watch it. It's just a waste of your time. Do what I did and download it illegally and watch it at your heart's content. You will not have given a cent of your hard-earned cash to Disney Plus for your troubles. Well, I hope you did enjoy my video today, and if you like what you saw and you feel like you want to subscribe, do make sure you hit the like button or maybe the super thanks button below. And yes, my head is perched on a very fine pair of ladies' breasts.
Only what you need to spend and lose as little money as possible during that downtime.
I really do.